Happy birthday to me, nigga.
He's one of those people who doesn't fuck with his own birthday, so it's like, oh, it's just another day. But
Tell me what great things happen at 29. Is it anything different than 28? It's not 30 yet. So what are we talking? If you're over 30, you're an old piece of shit. But I'm not there yet. You're over 30? Yeah.
oof, oof.
You're over 30, but can't relate. Loser.
Moldy prune,
Oh, how many kids do you have?
fucking saggy shitbag. Are we doing it?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, are
cool.
you over 30? How embarrassing.
You know what's scary is we don't have a single listener over 30. All our listeners are like 6 years old.
My aunt. Fuck. Yeah, I need the strap. I need the strap.
Keep it up. Oh, you strapped up? Don't say that with
I'm
the
strapped
blue
up
hoodie
like a
on, bro.
dyke. I'm strapped up like my sister. My aunt texted me happy birthday.
The
Said,
hot one?
No. And said, God, you're old. And I said, well, what does that make you? Fucking raggedy old bitch.
Can you be
Take
nice
that.
on your birthday?
Take that. She's like, you always got something to say. You don't take a shot at the king. You best not miss. That's what they say.
Ew.
That's what they say.
I felt that cringe in my loins.
Rumor has it I'm known around this town as that nigga.
I thought you were going to say Himothy. That would have bothered me more.
Well, that's my middle name.
Chase Marsupial Himothy Wide Body Murphy.
Cameron Azenzadam. Oh, boom, boom, explosion. Ah, everybody running. No, not the plane. Najad.
You know, you actually just said that you're hungry and you're ready to eat. In my language.
So how's it pronounced?
What? My name?
I'm hungry in
Oh,
your language.
Goshname.
Okay.
What's wrong with that? Do you want to attack a people?
There's nothing wrong with that. I was just saying if you could recite what I said.
I would never.
And then you gave the actual fucking...
Oh, I thought you were asking. I thought 29, it's the last stretch before 30. You're going to finally change your ways.
I'm not going to change even a little bit. I'm going to get worse, in fact.
I
about that?
believe you.
How about that?
I believe you.
New year, different, less exciting, worse person to be around.
I believe
That's the
you.
saying.
Yeah. It's New Year. It's your birthday. You're wearing blue, so some blood is going to shoot you. What'd you do this morning? Why didn't you come with us?
Come with you where?
So, me,
See, that's the thing is you've been
I
doing
was
a
hoping
podcast.
you would set it up.
I know, you've been doing a podcast for months now. And you don't know how to set up what you're talking about. You guys went to rowdy boxing. You,
Yeah.
my girl, your girl, and our friend and his girlfriend. Did your girl go?
You done?
Did your girl go?
You done?
Answer yes or
Because
no.
maybe I'm getting there. All of that?
So you want me to set up the
No,
activity that
I'm gonna
you did?
get
Are
there.
you stupid or are you dumb?
No! You didn't. You
asked me-
interrupt.
you just
You
said.
fucked the flow up
Did you hear what you
to
just
do
said?
nothing. I said, where were you this morning? Proceed with telling me where you went.
To my gym.
Cool. Guess what I did? That's how that would go.
Okay. I went to my gym. Where'd you go?
So why didn't you come with me, your girlfriend, David, and Cap to Rowdy Box? It's this place in downtown Seattle where it's like one of those fitness boxing workouts where you do with a group setting and you show up.
Because
You didn't come.
I don't want to. That's why I didn't go. What about it? What about it?
So-
I hate that part about you guys. I hate it so much.
Yeah.
Where you guys do an activity you know that I wouldn't want to do. And then you ask me to do said activity. I, of course, say no, which you knew beforehand. And then you go, oh, of course. You knew what it was before you asked. That's
so-
like me asking you to come watch football with us at Buffalo Wild Wings. We know you don't fucking want to go. So why bother?
I knew this would get here and I'm prepared.
Okay, let's hear it.
I'm slowing the
Let's hear
pace
it.
down. I'm slowing the pace
You know
down.
what I wish
I'm not
for
in
my
a rush.
birthday? That you pass away today.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Say it then. Actually wish for it.
Alhamdulillah.
You just said that you're excited to eat.
Oh, fuck. There's so many ways to say you're excited to eat it in this language.
So, you are the king of being like, why the fuck don't you like sports? Why the fuck you don't want to do that? I bet myself in two to get into golf. I didn't give a fuck about golf, but I knew all my buddies were gonna, go play, and so I got into it,
And then you played it, and it was fun.
and it was cool. But you are so closed-minded that you don't try new shit, and you don't even know if it's gonna be fun or not. You've never done a group class. You don't even know
I've
what
never
it is.
done a group class. I've done
group what?
F45.
A group class. No, you've never
That's
done
a group class, right?
a boxing circuit class. Have you ever?
Hold on. But your argument is fucked up right here.
Okay, tell me how.
Because you just said group class.
Watch this.
I have since done a group class, and then you move the goalposts. A boxing group class. That's not what you said. You do this every podcast, and we all recognize it. All of us.
There's no one there.
We all recognize
But I
it.
hear things. No, that's not the goal. The goalpost is you've never done. It is what it is, right? It's a rowdy boxing circuit
Yeah.
thing. Yeah. We got in there, bro. I showed up as it was starting.
Yeah, of course you showed up late.
Oh no, I showed up the minute it was starting, and
Hell
then
yeah.
I run in. It's like this dark room with neon lights.
Hell
with
yeah.
Like 15 people in it.
What is the demographic of the people there?
Actually, it was pretty
Moms?
diverse. It was younger girls, and
Baddies? Or
your girl was there. Yeah.
aside from that, come on. Expand your horizons.
I don't know. It was dark, but I didn't look, and I
You
never
didn't
looked.
see any
There were decent. There were fit people.
or
there.
were they like built like horses?
There was fit people there.
Okay. Okay.
You're not getting
Anyway,
me to fuck
all
up. But so we get there. There was fit people everywhere. They were about to start. David had a spot next to him at his station, saved from me. And so you start at a station, like a bench, and there's half the group is on boxing bags, half the group is on the bench stations. And we were starting at the bench stations. And then it's like you grab the weights and you do body weight movements and lunges and stuff as the instructor's yelling it out. And I've never done one ever. So I was like looking to figure out who the instructor was because it's dark and there's lights going. And then once you do that for a certain amount of time, you switch over to the bags. And overall, there's 9 different sessions of different things you do before it's over.
Okay.
Yeah. And we all did well. Your girl did well. Cap did well.
How'd Dave do? Could if he's in a dark alleyway and there's a guy rolling on him and he wants Dave's wallet? Odds that he takes Dave's wallet. What are the percentage chances?
Let's just do odds that he takes everything Dave has.
So you're telling me Dave's gonna come out of that alley butt naked?
Butt naked with somehow like he signed over the lease to his house.
Could my girl fend off an attacker?
Yeah, I mean, odds are she comes back with the attacker's wallet. But I've never done one, and it's definitely not something I would do, really. But I was like, fuck it.
Yeah, because
We'll
if
try.
you've already fought, you go in there like, this is stupid. Oh my god, we're throwing overhand right. They're gonna try and coach me on it. I fucking know better than this bitch. 1-2, 1-2. Oh, let me throw in a leg kick just to show them what I got.
Bro, I was cognizant of that when I went in. And so I was like self-aware or self-conscious when on the bag because I didn't want to do things too perfectly. Like it's a cardio thing. You're not going there to learn how to fight. So I just want to participate and not be a snob. But in my mind,
It's
I'm
hard.
Like, yeah,
It's hard to resist.
It's hard.
I felt that in elementary school when I would be in PE and we do the basketball class. I'm like, fuck, I know how to do this. These niggas don't know me. I can hoop. I'm trying to resist in the layup lines, doing a fucking 360 finger roll. I gotta take this hat off. It's making too much noise.
All right. At least we had it on for a second.
Oh, also,
Birthday boys.
I got a balloon.
Yeah, I got him some hats and a balloon and a little table stand. Because he was born today. I don't know how the fuck that bitch pushed him out. What's up? What do you mean?
I'm not gonna get disrespected by a test tube baby.
What?
You know how you were made?
What did I say wrong?
Your dad nutted it in a little fucking what's it called? I don't know the scientific term.
Drown.
Fuck. I can't think of
Silence.
it. God damn it.
Silence.
Whatever. He nutted in a tube. Dad nutted in a
vial?
tube. And then, yeah,
Petri
fuck,
dish?
There we go. Okay. All right. Pretend none of that happened.
No, you're leaving that in. You're leaving
Nope.
that
Where's
in.
the flag? I got the nice little
Nope.
red flag.
No, seriously, you leave
I'm
that
gonna,
bitch in.
I'm gonna leave it
All
in,
right.
but I'm showing the people. You'll never see this flag again. But I use it if Cameron says too many names. We say something racist. When I edit, bada bing, bada boom, know how to cut it out. So you'll never see that flag again, but just know it's being used a lot because Cam, particularly towards Asians, seems to have a little bit of a hang up, which is odd.
Why Asians? I hate
I don't
your
know.
kind more than anything.
Wow. Flag's on the ground. I'm not picking it up.
Yeah, no, I'll just leave it.
You know how you were made?
How?
Your dad nutted in a vial,
Okay.
had a stranger hock a loogie in it, and then just sprinkled some sand on top, put it in the microwave for 30 seconds. Bada bing, bada boom.
I
There
don't
you
like
are.
how much you just described like Indian street vendors. Like you just described
Don't
what
try
they do.
and put it off on them. This is on you.
Oh, it's on me still?
Yeah.
Okay. Your mom, to push you out, had to use 2 tubs of Vaseline inside her. Trying? I'm trying. Go.
No, I already said how you're.
Oh,
that was
it's
all
a
I had.
one and done?
That was all I had.
All right.
What did you do this week?
Nothing. I wish that you weren't born, though.
That's fine.
Yep. We all do. 29 going on dying. It's
Okay.
given. It's given. He's still going, even though there's no reactions. It's given.
If you
Yeah.
weren't born, I think. I don't know how many people wish that it didn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
I think my life would be better that if you weren't here because then there's no boundary to me and your sister.
So if I wasn't here, you're saying, what would you do to my sister?
We would just have a happy life together.
You think she'd be happy with you?
I mean, who wouldn't?
Okay. Okay. What if you weren't here? Do you think I would have a good runway to be with your sister?
You could do that right now. Nothing's stopping you.
No, I know. Believe me. Who do you think's hairier out of her and I?
Probably you. Be
Dude.
honest. Quit saying that, man.
Or what do you mean?
Because she's going to see this, put a gun in her mouth. And then you're going to be to blame.
I won't let her. I won't let her. I'll be the one putting the gun in.
Oh my God.
How do we get so dark?
That was you.
Who did that?
Oh, it didn't work. Okay, what did you do this week?
It was a slow week, but luckily it picked up by the end. Where I was thinking the day before the pod, what the fuck am I gonna talk about? What's like a good update? All I did was work. I don't have too much interesting shit going on this week.
Okay.
And we were sitting on the couch. We were watching Once Upon a Time in Hollywood for the first time. It's actually really good so far. I haven't finished it yet though. And then I'm not kidding. I sent you a snap. We have the video. We can clip it in. We hear a boom outside, like right outside. And it was so loud. I thought like the front of a car exploded or something. Because I'm not being dramatic. We felt it. The pets all ran and booked it under the bed. And there was a alarm going off, like a car horn beeping continuously. And we were just like, what the fuck? So we go onto the porch. We can't really see much. And then I run downstairs because we had parked right alongside the road. I just needed to know what was going on. And a car. So here's the road. Here's my apartment. Here's the road. And then parallel to it is the freeway.
Uh-huh.
And so you could take the exit to get off the freeway. A car taking the exit had hit an old like street pole that was there and completely like flipped and turned and was like facing the wrong way on the side of the road.
What?
Yeah, so the noise that we heard and
a car
felt
hit-
was a car hitting
Making
the
impact.
pole. So as I'm coming up, I'm noticing other people are coming out as well from their houses and their apartments, and they're like in robes and stuff. And I saw a few people by the fence on this side of the street, whereas then there's the freeway exit, and then there's the green, like the grassy ditch area the car had stopped in. And they were on the other side of the fence. They were all like recording and stuff. Like, I didn't clock it then, but afterwards, I'm like, of course, the first people there are just standing recording. So mentally, for whatever reason, I had the thought like, okay,
Rip your shirt off, get down there.
no. I was like, gear up. If you see something gross, just deal with it later. Because what if there's someone who's alive in the car still? So that was my thought.
Did it look bad enough where somebody died?
Look at the video I sent you.
I don't remember seeing this video.
Okay.
Is it?
It's on Snapchat.
Oh, my stepbrother sent me a Snapchat. I knew it was happy birthday. I didn't open it. I just don't have to respond. And oh, you did say I didn't see this.
Yeah.
You have it saved.
Yeah. You
Just
can
in
watch it
case.
though.
Oh.
This is after I got back upstairs. Obviously, I didn't think to record or take my phone when I was down there. But I'll
Okay.
fill you in with what happened after.
Well, it look like they're alive.
So,
Somebody has a flashlight by the door, and they're like, "Huzzah!"
yeah. They're so late. Whoever that person was,
Oh.
I was already down and upstairs again by the time they were doing
Were
that.
they? What were they doing? Were they cheering? What was that?
No, so there was people standing there recording. This is when I first went down. I'm wearing short shorts and a t-shirt with slides on. I run down. I'm like, oh,
So, your 3-piece suit.
3-piece suit. And in the first thought, as I'm like going around the fence to get to where he's at, I'm thinking, okay, if you see some gross shit in the car, if there's like a mangled person in it, just disassociate. Like that was an actual thought I had while I was going towards the car. As I get there, there's a dude getting out of the driver's seat.
Uh-huh.
And in my mind, my first thought was like, thank fuck.
Hit
he's
him.
getting out. Clock. I clock him.
Sorry, that's my response to tragedies. Nah.
I don't want more trauma.
Holy shit.
So he's getting out the car. His hair is all fucked up, just like a white guy in his 30s.
Yeah.
He had blood pouring down his forehead, but not like a crazy amount of blood. But besides that, he wasn't like super disheveled or anything. And he walked out. And when he got to me, I was like, because I was going to see the car, I was like, "Is there anybody else inside the car?" And he was like, "Nope, just me." I'm like, "This is stupid, but are you okay? Like, should you sit down?" And he said, "My back is hurting and my head hurts, but I feel fine." And he was like talking coherently with me, but he wasn't making eye contact. He was looking at everything but me, naturally, probably from the shock. And then a lady got to us and she was like already on the phone with 911 because I didn't have my phone on me. And she was like, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" And he was just like, "Yeah, I didn't see it. I didn't see it." And I was like, "Just take a seat." So he like does a little like a crisscross applesauce on the ground, and he's sitting there and he's just talking to us and he's fine. And he said his back was hurting, but he was moving. And
So your back's hurting from a car crash, and crisscross applesauce is the most comfortable position to seat.
I don't know.
He's faking.
He's faking.
He's faking. There's no way. Crisscross applesauce fucks you up harder than a car crash.
Yeah, that was ketchup. That was ketchup.
You've been sitting at a desk job for all these years. Your hips don't have the flexibility. I cannot cross my shit.
That's why
without
you didn't
snapping
come
my
to the
back.
circuit thing
That
today.
is why. I can't generate the force to land a solid punch.
So, and just off of the way that the sound happened in the car, like walking up, I thought it was gonna be worse. But no one was like seriously hurt. Lady called the ambulance. Like 4 or 5 cop cars showed up, and they took care of the car that night too. Obviously, completely totaled. But on my way back is when I was like, okay, fuck, you didn't see anything. You're good. Go back upstairs. Keep watching your movie.
Do you just think about the amount of events that have happened that you've mentioned on the podcast, and there's still other ones that haven't been talked about.
Yeah.
Do you see how insane this is?
Yeah, and I have receipts, which make it so
These
that
occurrences, they almost happen on a weekly basis.
not that often.
Almost. I mean, not all of them are tragic, but there's
Yeah.
always some bullshit happening every fucking week.
Yeah,
Tracy's canopy gets stolen.
yeah.
Car crash, saving a nigga from killing himself. It's
That was a long time ago. That one.
but just so many things happen, and this is wild. So then you go back inside now.
And I'm like, oh, here's another fucking story, but I got to get proof. So I go on the balcony, and there's lights now. And so I record it and send it to you. So
What was that bitch waving then for?
They just got there late.
Oh, so after
So-
he had already gotten out of the car and everything?
Yeah. So they got there late and they just didn't know what the fuck was going
He
on.
disappeared. Oh.
Now, I think I saw her with the flashlight going down the trail. Like
Uh-huh.
I think she thought the guy crawled away or something. I don't know what the
Really?
fuck he was doing. Yeah. And the only thing I remember him saying besides what I told you already was, my nice ass glasses are in that car, man. I'm like, well, let's not go back near the car because it clearly can fucking blow up.
Yeah.
So let's just go sit over here. And then I bounced. And I was like, damn. First people who were there were just standing recording. Again. That's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy. Standing and recording anything is so odd to me because what are you gonna do with that information? Like a car crash happened, you didn't record it live, so it just happened. You're gonna look back on that later on and be like, "Oh, the car crash." Like,
Email Como
what are you,
for
what are you
news.
really gonna use that shit for anyway? So why not? Why not just experience it?
I can't. It's the
If
same.
you're not gonna help at the very least, just watch it instead of recording it. It's stupid.
Yeah.
But also, first inclination should probably be maybe go check if the dude's all right. That makes no
You
sense.
would think.
Probably.
But these are the same people who are watching fireworks through their phone recording it instead of just fucking watching it.
Yeah.
So
that
it's like,
shit is so weird to me.
Yeah, we were talking about that on New Year's. It's like people record everything. You could find an HD video of that. Like even that happened. There was like a news helicopter that came after I went back upstairs.
Yeah.
That's going to be on the news. You'll find the video again. What are you recording?
Yeah. I think that's weird.
It's so
Especially
weird.
like because we were talking about people recording. Like when I was watching the Laker game and LeBron scored the point to secure the most points scored of all time.
Mm-hmm.
There's people that paid money. They're in the fucking bottom bowl. They're in like row 10, 11. You have fantastic seats. You paid hundreds of dollars for these seats to witness history. And you're sitting there watching it through your phone as it's happening. Instead of, why not at the very least just fucking look to the side?
Yeah.
Like you're witnessing this with your own eyes through your phone.
Yeah.
Why?
It's crazy.
What are you going to do with that?
It's crazy. I seen a clip, and we don't have to get too deep into this, about the direction we're going in because of technology and phones and all that stuff with AI now. Bro,
And it ends up with your kids being gay and George Santos winning. George Santos. I don't know who that is.
you're going to
I
get
just
killed
threw
for
out
saying that
I
name,
just threw
though.
out a name.
Bro, there's somewhere like a George Santos doing all that is like, how the fuck did he know?
Anyway.
Yeah, it's just weird because you kind of see it in moments like this where before maybe they'd stand by and watch, but now they stand by and record. Even when they're witnessing like a LeBron thing, they're looking at it through their phone instead of just being there.
Yeah,
This
same
is
with
weird.
like concerts and shit too. Just film a quick second to remind yourself of that time you're there, but then enjoy the shit.
Yeah. Yep.
It's so odd.
It is to me too. But if that's the direction things are going in, then I want a robot. I want one of those robot sex doll things.
What does that have to do with
I just really
recording?
needed to throw that in there.
I don't.
I bought one already. What'd you do this week? Poser.
I didn't do anything, to be honest. I did nothing. I have a show coming up though, on the 20th. You're gonna be there, and your girl bought tickets for full price. I could have given you discount,
I told her that.
and she did it anyway.
Does it go to you though?
God, I'm so sick of this.
Yeah. Does it go to you though?
It goes to covering the cost of the show, but like, I'm not gonna turn a I don't want to turn a profit. I just want to break even and put on a good show. That's all I want.
She jumped the gun because I was gonna be the one that gets them, but she saw it and she was like, "Oh, I'll just take care of this now." Like, just slow down.
Yeah.
Let me get the promo code. Let me coordinate with my friend where we're going, what we're doing.
Yeah.
But it's okay. It's
What is she
appreciated.
doing, man?
We
God,
appreciate
I'm
it.
sick of her paying full price and respect. It's fucking.
Show some gratitude with it though, with the anger.
Thank you.
Yeah.
No, I've been giving out too many discount codes. Niggas are passing them around like hotcakes. It's like they're pirating shit off the web. They're watching UFC fights for free. This is what it feels like. I give discount codes to some people, then other people have bought tickets with the discount codes. I didn't give that nigga a discount code. How'd he get it? Not that I really care, but
Yeah.
how'd he get it?
They're passing it around.
Pass it around.
Wow.
My girlfriend's parents are coming to the show. I see their tickets come through. $0. There's one discount code that's for free. I only gave it to my girlfriend to get in for free. Everybody else at most half off. Uh-oh.
What?
I look, we're at like half of the tickets sold. I'm still short on covering the cost of setting the show up. And I'm like, I'm about to slit my fucking wrist. This is retarded. I'm giving so many niggas free stuff for me to entertain them. I mean, granted, they're coming to like my thing, and I'm very appreciative of that because like, you got to drive over, like, coordinate your whole night around this event.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, it's not like you're not getting anything out of it. You're getting a night of entertainment like you would at any other comedy show.
Mm-hmm.
So I am still giving them something as well.
It's an exchange.
And am I about to lose money on it with a sold out show? I'll fucking blow this bitch up.
Are you worried that you will?
No, I'm close enough. Like I know that I'll hit it. It's just more expensive because I hired like a nice videographer to film and give everybody their sets for free and all that stuff.
Why don't we have that here?
We do. This is a nice camera
Okay.
for what it is. I mean, I don't have an amazing bling bling 4K camera. I
How about
don't.
instead of a fucking hot
Those
tub,
are thousands of dollars. What do you want me to do?
instead of a hot tub, you go.
I could get about the same quality camera.
Oh, really?
If you want like a 4K Super HD one, those
Yeah.
are like a couple of grand.
I want them to see your pores.
I want that too, but it's an investment that I have to save up for. It's not just one that you just go out and purchase.
Okay.
Because I also got to get a nice lens for stand up because then it shoots from the back of the room.
Mm-hmm.
Those are expensive. It's a lot of money. The camera guy that's coming to record the show, I asked him, I was like, what camera should I get? Like, let's say I had a $2,500 budget.
Mm-hmm.
And then
2,500.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
I just said, like, that's the max I was thinking you would spend on that stuff. He goes, if you're on a budget, then you should probably focus more on the sound. $2,500 budget. And he's like, if you're going to skimp on it.
Holy shit.
What?
Damn.
A movie camera should be more than $2,500. A regular, just nice camera is more than $2,500. You're smoking dicks.
Yeah, I like this dingy shit. Actually.
Yeah.
They can't see my nose hair. They can't see any of my blemishes.
It's not dingy. Put some respect on this
nasty,
production.
broken piece of shit.
Put some respect on my production.
What is this? One of those like disposable cameras from Dollar Tree that you could get? Because this is
You would
ass
know because
quality.
you worked there, and then you're talking about my quality.
Why?
Do you see?
Okay.
Do you see?
Why can't we forget that?
We'll never forget it. I used to work at a carnival.
He was the
forgot
dude
about
that sat on top of the thing you had to throw shit at. So
No,
you could hit
I
the target and
wasn't
fall in
that
the water.
guy. I wish I would. That would have been fun.
You fall once, all the water's
Because
gone.
you get paid to just insult people. Like, look at your cankles, you ashy bitch. You can't hit me. Nice try.
So what would you? Okay, if you're up there and some of your closest friends were walking up, what would you say to them?
Like, if you're up there, or
No, you're up there.
Yeah,
I walk
I'm
up to
up
try to
there.
knock you off.
You're trying to knock me off. You just put some quarters down. They give you 3 balls. Like, hey, pretend I'm your mom. Bet you miss me, don't you? And you will. And then you miss. And then, let's see, some of our other friends.
If you did that, I wouldn't aim for the target. I'm just aiming for you.
you run over it and you just punch the
I pull a
target.
pistol out. Fuck you.
Pull out a pistol.
You just bleed
Oh
out
my
into the water.
God.
I walk away.
Bro, I worked the basketball game.
Of
So,
course.
yeah. So, everybody, come here. Take a shot. No, you want to shoot a shot. I attracted a lot of black people. Monkeys. Ooh. Wow, man. Don't make me grab the flag.
What the fuck is happening?
I don't know.
This is the most schizo we've been.
Yeah. I worked the basketball game. And I was working with like this 55-year-old dude. So applying for a job at the fair, obviously there's not much in depth there. It's anybody that doesn't have a job around the city can just come line up and you pretty much get a job without even an interview. It's the carnival. They have,
What was the interview like?
I don't remember. I think so that summer, my parents wanted me to get a job.
Mm.
And then I hadn't gotten a job up to that point. And then my dad got mad. He's like, nah, man, dog, fuck this, dog. You gonna go down to the carnival. You gonna sit there. You gonna get a job. so he made me go out at like 8 in the morning. And I had to just sit outside with a bunch of people from Tenino, just homeless, decrepit looking fucks, and wait in line to get a job. And I gave them my resume, which was absolutely nothing because I hadn't had a job yet. And that was pretty much it. And then they called me, and then I got a job.
I picture the manager looking over the resume like, wow, you're hired.
Like, yeah, that's actually
He's holding it upside down.
really all the requirements are like, wow, no jail time? He's got a job immediately. Call this guy. He has all his teeth. Give him a ring.
And they put you on the basketball thing.
Yes.
You
they're like,
feel a type of way.
he's black. You can do the basketball. So they put me on the basketball game, and I'm working with this like 55-year-old dude, missing teeth, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a girlfriend this time. I'm in high school. Her and her friends are going to the fair that I'm working at. Looking back on it,
that's a good look.
Should I have just drowned myself in the lake behind the fair? Absolutely.
That's a good look.
So they come over and they talk to me and they say hi, and my girlfriend's friend walks off. And this dude looks at me. Keep in mind, we're all in high school. He looks at me. He goes, wow, who's that?
Fuck yeah. How old was he?
Like 55.
Oh, no. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, you fat fuck. Happy birthday to you.
Yeah, I wish that Cameron doesn't make it to my next birthday. I want him dead and gone by 30. There's so much smoke. It's just like the buildings you crash into.
That's why I told you not to bring the bag up, because I wanted to leave the candles
Oh, God
downstairs.
damn it. Well, thank you guys. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we're in the middle of a podcast, so
Yeah.
I can't really eat.
It's okay. We'll put it in the
Cheesecake right
fridge
now,
for
you know, huh?
But we did it.
Thank
It's a
you
moment.
guys.
Thank you. Good
Thanks,
stuff.
everyone.
We're the only
Thank
two
you.
people that care about you.
That's not true.
Yeah.
Love you too, bitch.
Whoa.
Whoa. Who said that? Guys.
All right.
Come on, guys.
How about that, man?
That's great.
Nice. We coordinated it.
That's great. Thanks, man.
Yeah.
What was I saying?
You're talking about the 50-year-old with herpes who was trying to get at that girl in high school.
Oh, yeah. I think that was the end of the story. What game would you want to work if you were working at a carnival?
Your cheeks are a little rosy from that. That was nice.
Are they?
Yeah. You look cute.
I get nervous.
What game? What's the fuck, dude? That's like a terrible. I would want to do the game where people sit and spray water
Oh, yeah.
to try to make it.
And
go
then
up
you got the microphone and you're talking shit and they're playing like, hey now, you're a rock star. And you're like,
Smash
come
Mouth.
on, you got it. Oh, up, there it goes. That's the whole fucking Bro, I quit in the middle of a shift.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, I can't do this. This is the worst job of all time.
In the
And
middle of the carnival show?
Yeah, and I
Oh,
told
shit.
my parents, I was like, I'm not fucking, this is hell. And they were like, yeah, it's a carnival. Fuck it.
What was the lunchroom like?
There was no lunchroom. It's you're outside the whole time. There's no office or no nothing. It's a makeshift setup carnival that happens every year. in
That's
Olympia.
and we haven't hated on this demographic enough, but that's like the worst that white people get.
Oh,
is
yeah.
the kind that work at a carnival.
Yeah,
Because they have like extra limbs or digits.
that's like the insane clown posse people are the ones that run the carnival.
That's like the movie that came before the Silent Hill series started.
Uh-huh.
It's the cast for that used to work at a carnival. They're all incest, just fucking.
See, first you talked about the Banditos or whatever, the motorcycle gang.
say their name.
Was that it?
Yeah,
Fuck! God damn. Well, he was talking about him, not me.
he's wearing blue.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
Crip.
No,
No?
not at all.
All right.
Not even a little bit. I've never participated in any sort of activity of that kind.
You worked at a carnival. You guys are safe.
I think so I quit mid shift and then I went and enjoyed the carnival as a non-employee.
That's hilarious.
It is.
It took me a second to load what you were saying, but that's hilarious. And then were you by yourself just playing games?
No, I think I wouldn't be surprised if I went with you. I don't remember
Oh,
exactly.
Yeah, could be. We snuck onto a lot of rides. My favorite one was the Zipper.
I never snuck on the rides.
Really?
No.
Well, that was back when you were still like scared of your own shadow.
I'm not a poor criminal piece of shit.
You'd
My
flinch,
parents gave me money for the carnival, idiot.
dude. You'd flinch at a shadow, and you know it. You're like, ooh, spooky. But yeah, and now you're older. Now you're more of a thug.
I am.
Look, and you have all these people coming to your
I
show.
have so many memories at that carnival. I went to that carnival. There's a picture of all of us, not you, because you weren't allowed out at that time.
Let's
But
cage
all
it
of our
up.
other friends. And my dad was there with my sister.
Mm-hmm.
And like because she was young, so he's taking her on all the rides and stuff. And we ran into him. And so I'm there with all my friends. I'm like, fuck, I got an audience, sold out show. I gotta put on. And I I yelled like he's trying to take me or something like that. And his face turned straight immediately, and it was like I would fucking hit you if people weren't here. And he was like, no, I'll see you at home, dog. So when you know that you're in trouble when you get home,
Yeah, it's
you're
the
like,
worst.
how do I never go home? I gotta run away. What do I do?
The whole time, the whole situation, like any activity you're doing with your friends is just you have that in the back of your head. You gotta go home and get your ass beat.
Speaking of family, my
What's
great
that?
loser. My great grandma is coming to my show
Oh, yum.
on the black side. Obviously, great grandma. She's like regular grandma age, but they just pop them out at like 13, so it makes sense. That
Yeah,
it's
still
great.
still yummy.
Okay, and she doesn't know what kind of person I am.
No, she does.
No.
At Thanksgiving, you go crazy.
No, I don't. That's not that grandma.
Oh, there's another
It's
one.
my dad's grandpa's wife.
Jesus.
Yes. So, and I don't know if you know this, but they're weird about respect the older you get. Like, I went to lunch with them not too long ago,
Mm-hmm.
and I called my dad by his first name. And she was like, what? Like, offended that I called him by his first name. And then later on, I was like, y'all smoke weed? Crazy how, like, smoking's not bad, but you're not calling you're not calling him dad, you're calling him disrespectful.
Yeah.
What's going to happen when she shows up and I'm just talking about you, Twin Towers, explosions, I cheat on my girlfriend, stab, death? Like, what's going to happen? How's she going to handle that? Is she going to pass away?
I don't know. Maybe you should have a conversation with her before.
No.
Like, this is.
You paid tickets to show up to this. Show's called Unpleasant. You knew what it was.
No, I don't think she does.
She doesn't, but she going to find out. Come on.
I'll have a camera just on her. See what she does. Does she have big? I gotta ask.
I don't know.
Have you thought about it?
No, I don't see her
Think
that
about
often.
it.
Think about it. Let me ponder on that.
You know what else is weird about what you were saying
What?
with the name thing, like the first name?
Mhm.
It's the same when you're in school. Like you can't call it. It has to be Mrs. and then the last name. Why
Yeah.
can't we just? Why is that rule in place? Why can't we just fucking call people by their first name?
I think it's a respect and like hierarchy type of thing.
So that's why you always call me by my first name or last name.
Yes, Mr. Najad. I can't say Najad with a serious face
Why?
because that belongs on a flight list, nigga. Also, Mr. does not fit Najad. What it would be?
I disagree. That's such
Well,
a
no,
doctor name.
because I'm saying Mr. and then Najad is like flowy Albanian, whatever. So, what would be the word for Mr. in your language?
I don't think we have.
You don't have.
I don't know.
Wait, how do you guys address people then? If you're trying to be formal like that,
There's like there's honorifics, I think it's called. There's words that you use to be respectful to your elders and stuff, but I
okay,
can't
like
think
what?
I mean, instead of saying, I'm drawing a blank. Instead of saying something like,
So if I'm talking to your bald-headed dad that I kissed straight on his fucking mouth, cute little bitch, what would I say to him?
so I'll translate. You can't say like you.
Yeah.
Like, so if I went,
Is that disrespectful?
yeah. Like that's, so I have to, there's like a honorific version of that where you go, shoma, and instead of to.
What does
To means you.
Okay.
Shoma is like you with some sort of respect on it.
You with respect.
It doesn't translate well to English. I don't know like how to explain it in English. It's like a completely different thing. That's why I'm struggling. But yeah, so there's the same thing, I guess. But I never call my dad. I just call him dad.
Yeah. Here's my thing. If your language doesn't translate to something of meaning in English,
Yeah,
language is garbage.
because it's not English.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you
Throw
know
it
any other
out.
languages?
Nope.
Okay. You said delicioso on the last.
That's
episode.
all I know.
That's all you got.
Yep.
Does Natalie speak a different language?
Nope. Embarrassing, huh?
So you stay inside all day.
Uh-huh.
You play video games.
Yep.
You got a bunch of people coming to your show
Yes, sir.
just to see a fat bald guy on stage.
Irrit.
Okay. And you refuse to download Duolingo.
Yeah.
Who
Who learns from Duolingo? Who actually learns?
I have a friend.
Nobody.
I have a friend who learned
That's
a whole
fluent.
language. Yes.
in fucking Spanish from Duolingo.
Yep.
You're lying to me.
Call him right now.
Who?
I'll call.
Who
Charlie.
is it?
I'll call her right now and see if she can speak Spanish. I actually am not 100% sure how fluent she is.
Nobody you know is fluent from Duolingo. I promise you.
Let's see. If she answers. If she doesn't, she's a bitch. Come on. Come on. Come on. Live on the air. This was her opportunity to get some star power.
Yeah, it was.
Worthless.
Stupid whore.
Holy fuck.
Oh my god. Okay. Aside from a car crash, was there anything else that happened to you?
That was a highlight. The car crash and going to fucking boxing circuit with a girl.
I did come to a
I worked her
realization.
out.
I'm gonna skim right over that. I'm gonna skim over it. White women have a hive mind. I'm convinced.
Specifically them.
Yes.
Okay, how?
And it's probably one of the most powerful forces in the world. Think
Okay.
about this. So you know those Stanley cups?
Yeah.
Like the water bottles?
Yeah.
Stanley, the company, last year made $75 million in revenue.
Okay.
This year, because of the cups, $750 million.
Well, fuck me sideways.
Who likes those cups? White women.
Okay.
Tom's shoes. White women.
Okay.
Uggs. White women.
Okay.
Taylor Swift concert. Highest grossing concert in the world. Ever in history. White women. Wearing diapers. Shitting themselves for 3 hours.
Yeah.
These no-lip bitches change the world. it's fucking crazy. They all take one thing that they like and they all somehow latch on to that thing and make it their whole personality and blow it out the fucking water.
Yeah.
Is that crazy?
I think that's accurate. But what about things like weave glue?
But that's different. That's like a need. It's not a need, but it is a need. Like
Yeah.
wearing wigs and stuff, that's commonplace. These are like they're taking an interest in a specific thing and blowing it up.
They're powerful. They're powerful. But when you were in college,
Weave glue.
When
when I
you
was
were-
in college, yes.
like, because it
It's
seems like
something you can't relate to.
Yeah, I make way more than you know. I had to.
All right, go.
when you were in college, because it seems like you're hating on white women, but
I'm not hating. I said they're one of the most powerful forces in the world.
your friends told me, and all of them separately told me this.
Okay.
So that's how I feel like there's some validity in this statement.
Let's hear it.
Didn't they call you the white hunter?
They did.
So if you were bagging white girls in college to the point where you were a huntsman,
You know how I'd catch them?
huh? In a bag, trunk of your car.
No, I would
What?
just nicely fold up a pair of Lululemon yoga pants, leave them just on the sidewalk, and I'd be standing on the roof of the business, and I'd throw a net down and catch them. And then they'd be struggling. I'm like, don't
They're
worry,
struggling?
Becky. Don't worry, Becky. I've got you.
By the time you pull them up, you got a frap waiting for them. So
Yeah.
they see the coffee,
Yeah.
they calm down.
They do.
you pet them.
And then I release them back into the wild of Hollister once they recover from their injuries, like a falcon.
I was picturing a fish. That's hilarious. Okay. It can be any fucking animal. It doesn't have to be a falcon.
I feel like you just don't know that many animals.
I'll name some.
All right, name every animal ever. Idiot.
Pangolin. Do you know what that is?
Yeah, that's what started COVID.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Them niggas were making soup out of that shit.
Fair
remember?
enough. Yeah.
That was the rumor.
I thought it was bats.
You know, it was all sorts of stuff.
Can we talk about this stuff? Because I'm seeing like a red.
It's not where I don't care about this topic enough for us to get assassinated. So let's skip it, you know?
I have a question for you.
What?
You're in a relationship, you've been in one for a while. Have you ever transferred the use of chapstick in a weird way? Have you ever put chapstick on
And then kissed to
for them to have it?
no.
Okay. So I was in line at a Target with my girl and the couple in front of her.
Okay, thank God. I was like, if you guys did that, I want you to leave.
No, we don't use our lips.
You just put here's how you do it is you put it on, you kiss your fist, and you just straight right.
Shout out to domestic violence.
Woo!
No, there was a couple. Actually, they weren't right in front of us. They were one person in front of us, and they were both wearing really baggy, like matching, comfy clothes, and they looked like they were a little younger, but still in their 20s. And the girl put on chapstick, and then the guy was like, "Ooh, I need some," and I'm just standing there. I'm not thinking anything's gonna happen, but obviously, I assume that you're gonna hand him the fucking chapstick. So she goes, because she was shorter. And he kneels down, and they don't just kiss. Chase. They don't just kiss. It's like a... And then they're done, and I have to stand there and not react.
Oh my God, man.
Yeah. Is there any cutesy shit like that you do that you wouldn't ever want anyone
No,
to know?
we've matched by accident, and I was ready to kill myself.
Dude, when's the last time you gave someone a compliment?
I don't know. Why?
Because I can't picture you being nice to someone.
Why?
When's the last time you showed gratitude or a compliment?
I
You
said thank you for the balloon earlier.
No, that doesn't count.
Stupid bitch.
I'm saying, like, what's a comp? Okay, give me a compliment. Go.
I can't. Next segment. No, I think Natalie not too long ago because she did a great job on setting up the house. Like she added new stuff. You see all the Christmas lights and stuff. It's
What'd you say
very
to her?
warm and homey. I said thank you for setting all this up because there's no fucking way I would do this, but it makes the house so much better.
That's dope.
That's an example.
That's a full sentence. Did you say I really appreciate it? Have you said that?
I think so.
Do you think it's a problem?
I feel
that,
like I do when I like let's say I'm at a restaurant, somebody brings me water or something. I always go, thank you so much. I do that just out of natural.
do you think
natural
it's
habit,
a
'cause I'm a
problem
good
that
guy.
one of your close friends? I can't picture you being like genuinely.
Why
like,
do you need me to give you a compliment? You're a
I don't
fucking
need it.
man.
I don't need it.
Look in the mirror, rip some chest hair out, go through your day.
Okay, you're right. I don't need a compliment, but I was thinking like I've
When
never
do you
seen that
compliment me?
all the time.
Yeah, when? Give me an example.
Last one, easily found it in my mind.
What?
Pull it out right now. Boom.
Pull it out.
When we were talking about buying tickets for your
you're
comedy
stuttering
show.
because you're seeing. Go.
There's no stutters. When we were buying tickets for your comedy show,
Uh-huh.
I said that I was excited for Tracy to come because I wanted her to see how much better you've gotten at comedy. Compliment.
Fuck.
Pulled that on the spot, baby.
Dang. Well, to reciprocate. Next
I
subject.
knew it. How far are we in this bitch?
Okay, no, I got one for you.
Yeah.
Because it's perfect because it leads into what we're getting into.
Yeah.
I reviewed the segments last night as
Oh, they weren't fully
what you
done.
wrote down.
Yeah.
And I was impressed. There was a lot of good information
Oh.
in there. You did a good job on those. There you go.
Oh, thanks. It's even better
And
now.
here comes the kicker.
Oh.
We both watched the whole podcast for Cat Williams.
Mm-hmm.
We don't need to set it up all nice and proper. You are about as educated as it can get.
We got our caller.
Oh,
We're
okay.
asking her about what?
All right, Duolingo. Let's
Yep.
see if she's fluent in Duolingo.
Hey, Charlie,
Yes.
you're on the pod.
Yes.
It's live. So we were arguing that nobody has ever learned a language from Duolingo.
Oh. Hold on. Let me think of what to say in Spanish. Hold on.
Oh,
Oh,
so
yeah.
you have something already pre-saved. That doesn't count. Let me give you a sentence and you say it in Spanish. If you're fluent.
Okay.
It's a beautiful day outside and I'm glad to be here.
Está día bonito y estoy good. I'm glad.
Close.
I've only done it for 6 months.
Oh,
so long. That's so
it's
much
a
longer than
long
I thought.
time. If you were
Give me
immersed in the
time.
culture, you would have learned faster, huh? Because it doesn't work.
I thought it works, and I called you to prove that it works, but you couldn't think of how to say.
6 months.
That's a long time,
Did you hear
girlfriend.
how long she stretched out?
I know.
I've been working so hard at that.
Not hard enough, sister.
Yeah.
Yo estudio todos los días.
Say that if you can say this, we'll celebrate you. If you can't, I'm hanging up. Say Chase has an obnoxiously wide body.
Chase tiene mucho feo.
Okay, well, yo soy, my nigga, shut up. Fuck Duolingo.
All right, we tried. You're right. You won. She didn't think I had to say good. It's been 6 months. I thought it's been like a couple weeks.
Oh my god, bro. I told you. Okay.
I'm only 6 months in. It's crazy.
Let's get in
To the cat.
2 segments.
Yep.
You saw the Cat in Williams interview.
Yeah, who didn't?
Bro, literally everybody on earth has seen the
It's
interview.
at 29 million views.
In 3 days.
Yeah, that's insane.
That's doo-doo dumb.
That's fucking
Fuck, I
crazy.
should not say. God.
We just started
We
the
just
goddamn.
started. Fuck.
Dude,
Bro.
that's so childish.
Okay, well, if you didn't know, Cat Williams did an interview on Shannon Sharp's podcast. You're living on a rock if you don't know this. And he just went insane on Hollywood in general. He talked about all sorts of stuff. There are a couple things that were like things that stood out to me.
Yeah.
First off, before I get into the topics,
Yeah.
how much do you think of what he was saying is true?
In the sense that the people who work side by side with Hollywood and take every opportunity are kind of puppets in the way that they're like controlled
Uh-huh.
by the people who are running the whole shit. They can say certain things, they can't say certain things. I put some weight into that, but I'm on the side where I felt he was being really bitter and hateful.
Okay.
So
Well, let's discuss a
Yeah.
little bit more after we talk about some of the subjects. So,
Yeah.
some of the subjects he covered were like, for instance, Kevin Hart and his roles. Those were on Cat Williams' desk at one point. Kevin ended up taking them. Cat wouldn't take them because they required the role to be in a dress.
Yeah.
And that seems to be a thing with black actors being put into dresses in order to make it. Dave Chappelle mentioned something about that on, I think, Oprah or Ellen or some shit. He was on a talk show, and he talked about that he was turning those roles down because they tried to force that on him. Then I see a fucking collage of Kevin Hart in like 5 different scenarios, wearing a dress or like getting demeaned as a man.
Yeah.
Crazy. What else?
He also called Kevin an industry plant.
Uh-huh.
So he said, who else do you know that came from the East Coast with movie roles and everything already set up here? I don't ever remember going to a sold out Kevin Hart show while he was coming up or anything like that. He was a plant. What do you think the definition of that word means? That was a cat quote from the podcast.
Yeah. I don't know, bro.
I don't think so.
I don't think that's true. Also, he did see the issue with the fucking podcast is he's like a coherent crazy guy to me.
Yeah.
That's the impression I got. Like
100%.
he seems very there and intelligent,
Yeah.
but also he's insane. In like
sure.
he said he ran like a 4.640 right now. He said he could still he still runs like 11 basketball games with 20-year-olds. Do you know how many games 11 games is in pickup?
This is the same dude
Brother.
who got beat up by a
Yes.
7th grader.
That's the thing is you think back to those moments. Like I think of the clip of him with children standing on top of him. I'm like, fuck, how much of this can I believe? There's some that I do think there's some credence to it.
Yeah.
But other stuff, it's just I can't decipher what's what.
Yeah. I don't think he's entirely wrong. Like, I'm not discrediting everything he's saying, and I'm sure there's meaning there for people coming up or comics coming up where they should be more selective. And it's cool that he went his own way and he never turned around and stuck his ass out for Hollywood to fuck.
Yeah.
But I think saying that Kevin Hart is a plant and he didn't work his way up, I think that's insane. And then there was a clip from a podcast that just came out yesterday where Charlemagne the God and Andrew Schultz were talking, and Charlemagne was saying how he does remember those shows and he was at some of those shows and he knows like Kevin worked really hard and was performing in front of sold out shows obviously all the time. So I think there wasn't enough acknowledgement from Kat about the accolades of the people who are hand in hand with Hollywood. Just because they are doesn't mean they didn't work hard, and also like they just took a different path.
Yeah, I agree. There were a couple things that also stood out. Like he mentioned the Kings of Comedy, where he was talking about. So if you don't know, Kings of Comedy is like a early stand-up group in like the 90s. They were very popular. It was Steve Harvey, Cedric the Entertainer, Bernie Mac, and a couple others. And he's talking about them. He said that Cedric the Entertainer stole one of his jokes.
Verbatim.
In the timeline, Cedric said doesn't line up, but then Kat disputes that. And Kat said that he did that joke on Comic View. It was actually in the commercial because it was his closing bit. And then I go on Twitter and I see a video or a tweet of them side by side where Kat doing the joke and then Cedric doing the joke. And it's pretty much the exact same joke.
So he wasn't wrong.
And so I see that. I'm like, what? How is that? There's some credence to it. That he said Steve Harvey's hairline is fake. People start posting his flat top. It looks like the foam on the microphone. It does look fake. It for sure looks fake. And I don't know. It just he said like on Friday the movie like he talked about somebody else Ricky Smiley or something.
Yeah.
Complaining about the role of like Santa and they back and forth about that. I don't really give a fuck about the particulars.
Yeah.
But Kat did say that his role expanded because he wrote part of Friday. And then Ice Cube posts a video. He responds to it and he said that Kat's part was small. He expanded on it because Kat was so good on set and like expanded the character himself. So I haven't seen anybody that was accused of doing X, Y, and Z dispute what he said with facts, but I have seen videos that kind of prove that he's right, and then people that have been speaking up speak to how good of a person and like how cool he is. So it makes me go like, what?
I know.
How much of this is true?
Boosie came out, was talking about how he went
I
to...
hate hearing you say Boosie.
Well, that's my guy.
Boosie came
That's
out.
my guy.
That's your guy.
That's my dude. Boosie came out and he was talking about how he was leaving a Cats show, and he had shown up like he was at the time super broke, and Cat tossed like this something wrapped in a towel in the car, and he opened it up and it was $15K in cash. And there's other stories from other people where he was just giving them like 10, 15K. But then this is also the same dude that stole on a 7th grader and tried to punch him in the face on video.
Bro,
So it's like,
it's crazy
it's difficult. And then did you hear the thing he said about Ludacris?
about Ludacris and Illuminati because
They both got an
they
offer.
offered to. Yeah, you tell me.
Yeah. So they both got this offer, and it was between them two, or if it was for both of them, it was $200 million, movie deals and all that. He said it was from the Illuminati, and he denied it, and Ludacris took it, and then, yeah, and then Luda responded with a freestyle, rapping that no one listened to, so I don't know what his actual take is.
Uh,
Kevin responded too.
not really though.
He said it was sad.
That's about it. I think that it's probably some truth to in Hollywood you have to compromise your integrity in some ways in order to make it.
For sure.
Which I see like that's part of Dave Chappelle's gripe as well as like why he walked away from Chappelle's show.
Mm-hmm.
Cat Williams saying like I can see how that is definitely a possibility, especially as we're seeing people in power do some fucking weird stuff
For sure.
with like the Harvey Weinstein list and all that shit. Like you can see how that could be a possibility. It's just the how much and how many people and what did they do
Yeah.
that comes into play where given the source that it's coming from, you don't know for sure how true it is.
And I respect him for making the decisions he made because he really doesn't. He's.
But do you
selling
know
out
that
shows
he
and-
runs his own tours? I
Yeah.
didn't know that until
Now.
that podcast. Do you know how much goes into that? Like
I
he
can't even imagine.
coordinating with the venues and then all the ticket sales, the
Mhm.
marketing, travel. He coordinates all that stuff for himself, apparently. And so he does big venues. So he's making like $300K a night.
Yeah.
Granted, that's gross, but that's still no
Crazy.
wonder he's just handing niggas money. He's got it out the ass.
That's what made me go, because he was talking about when he was a kid, he was reading like advanced college books and
Yeah.
about equations and shit. And I was like, what the fuck is he talking about? You were homeless reading books in the library? Maybe, because he runs his whole fucking
Yeah,
thing.
okay, what was your favorite part of the podcast?
When he was talking about how he was I think in an office with his record label all there, and Harvey Weinstein he said came up to him and said, "Let me suck your dick and you can have."
That was your favorite part?
I thought it was insane to imagine Cat Williams in a little office space with all these professional people and just the dude walking up in front of everyone and saying, "Let
Yeah,
me
see,
suck
that's
your-"
the thing where I'm like, I don't know if I believe that. But
I thought it was funny. That
my
was a funny
favorite part was when he brings up his net worth and he's like, hey, when I saw I had my net worth, I had that on me. And I looked it up, his net worth.
2 million.
Yeah. So I don't think
I
it's,
looked it up too.
There's no way that's not accurate. It
No
can't be
chance.
accurate.
No chance.
I mean, a lot of the times the net worth, when you look it up on Google, is not accurate, but
No.
still.
He's so pocket sized though. Dude, Michael Blackson called him a dehydrated leprechaun.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Another thing that was in there that ended up having some credence to it was he talked about Steve Harvey having his own sitcom
Mm-hmm.
and stealing Mark Curry's jokes.
Mm-hmm.
I go on Twitter, I see a clip of Mark Curry talking about Steve Harvey stealing his jokes. Mark Curry wasn't on the main roster for Kings of Comedy, but he was involved, and he has a long-term relationship with Steve Harvey.
Mm-hmm.
So hearing that and then seeing those clips, it makes me go there's got to be some truth to it, and it makes you look at him at Steve differently, given that people that have been around him and done business with him feel that way towards him.
Mm-hmm.
Makes me go,
He also
I don't
told
know.
the story about Steve where he said Steve copied his story about being homeless and everything and regurgitated it. And he was like, Steve was never homeless. And he cited a time where Steve was touring as a comic making $3K a week. And that was the same time that Steve had said he was homeless.
Yeah. Well,
So there was like a
Steve also
clip-
hasn't replied to anything. Right?
No,
Yeah.
not
So
that I know.
I guess we'll never know. But overall, it was a fucking crazy interview. That was.
And he
I-
went at all their
I
wives,
almost
bro.
want to watch it again.
Yeah. Yeah. I think he's a really interesting person. And if a lot of the things he was saying were true, then respect. Like he came out and said it. In my initial reaction, I thought like he seems a little hard to trust. Like, and then he also seemed like he was kind of hating on people who have objectively done a lot in comedy, regardless of which route they took. So I didn't really like him like discrediting Kevin Hart's entire career. But if he's right about all the things he's saying, then I guess kind of like fuck them all.
I think it's interesting. Because it's just a different time. That everybody they talked about, all of them relating it to comedy, he wasn't necessarily relating it to stand up. It was more focused on like movies and TV. And that usually was the route back then of you do stand up and then eventually you're working towards a TV show or
Sitcom.
movies.
Yeah.
Like stand up was just a launching pad into the entertainment business, which is interesting because now it's some people obviously still take that route, but it's not necessarily the main thing. Like there's a lot of people that just do stand up now to do stand up.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm not in that era because I prefer to do stand up just to do stand up. Like I've thought about it. It was like if I had the opportunity, I don't even know if I'd want to be in a movie.
It was probably rough
Acting
back then.
sounds, it doesn't sound fun to me.
It's a lot of hurry up and wait. Like when I hear actors on podcasts.
Shut the fuck up.
No, dude, I'm well versed on this
Shut the fuck up.
Bro, you don't think Boosie told me?
It's the way that you said it was so matter of factly.
That's
It's
fair.
a lot of hurry up and wait. You don't know.
That's a
nigga.
good call. That's a good call. But I do listen to a lot of podcasts
yeah.
with these people, and they talk
heard
about
the
how
same thing.
they show up and they're there for fucking 12 hours and they work for 30 minutes. That sounds horrible.
Yeah, and I think with
Get
acting,
paid a lot.
because there's so many gatekeepers in it, that it's a lot of years of grinding it out until you get an opportunity to work your way slowly through the door. Where in stand up, you can build your own thing, and like you're kind of in charge of what happens to you. And I don't like.
It would suck if that was your passion, stand up.
Yeah,
And then you knew that you could only, to survive, you would have to go into a different avenue.
yeah, that would suck.
So now you can just survive and thrive and stand
Yeah,
up.
now you can just be racist from the microphone and be all right.
Yeah.
Can't
I,
wait for my grandma to see my show. Woo!
I like being racist with you.
I've never been. I don't know what you were saying.
There's a fucking viral video out right now with a lot of conspiracies around it. It's blurry as shit, but it's of a 10-foot tall alien around the Miami Mall. Have you seen this?
Yes.
Okay. So in the video, you can't really make out what's going on. Just some really tall thing walking through smoke. And everyone online are saying that there's aliens there because the police presence was massive. There's 20 plus cars. And like the key thing that I had to look up specifically was that they shut down all airfare. So there was nobody allowed to fly that night besides the military, which did.
What?
Yeah. So there's 20 cop cars and even more on the other side blocking all exits. The media was pretty silent about it besides the cops coming out and saying that there was some kids playing with fireworks. And they were like hitting each other with fireworks, which is why there was so much smoke. But people are like, why the fuck would that much?
Police presence be active
Yeah.
given how small the incident was.
Yeah.
If it's really kids shooting fireworks at each other.
Did you see the video?
I did see a clip of like a tall, smoky figure. It was very grainy and hard to see, but I did see that. Other than that, I haven't seen any I haven't seen any other angle of the aliens that are claimed to be there. What do you think? Do you think that there's actually aliens there? Or do you think it's a cover up by Fauci and stuff?
The reason I find this one funny is why the fuck would the alien go to a mall?
You don't know. He probably needed Jordans.
You needed to go to fucking Zoomies or Spencer's and get a butt plug. What are you doing at the mall? There's no aliens at the goddamn mall.
Yeah, I think I saw people report that they didn't say anything, like the figures, they just looked at you and walked past. My question is, if they were really there, I would be kind of stoked if they existed and this was real.
Yeah.
Nothing happened after they went to the mall.
Got a Chanel
Also,
bag.
if the cops are shooting at them and shit, there's no body. Did they kill him? Can you kill a smoke figure that's walking through the fucking mall? I don't think so. I would imagine not. I don't think that they're real.
So
I wish it was, but I don't think that is real.
another report was that they shot at him inside, and then when it came outside, it was also shot at. Which makes me go like, okay, if it's just kids with fireworks, that's weird.
Can you imagine being a fucking police officer and you're shooting bullets at a smoke figure and nothing's hitting it? I'm quitting the job immediately, right there.
If you met an alien that got like a Chanel bag at the mall, what would you say? What would you say?
He's got on a shiesty mask and a puffer jacket. He's a thug. Get him.
Well, yeah, it's fun. I mean, if I lived in Miami and I was 14, I would go to the mall and be like,
I just don't believe. There's no way that all those cops, not one of them's gonna ever leak or say a word about it.
but then why so many cops?
I don't know.
Suspicious.
Yeah, it is suspicious, but also, who knows?
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
We'll
On to
never
the
find
next.
out. I hope we find out. I really wish that there's other angles that come out. That was what I actually did when I blew out the cheesecake candles.
That
Wish
was-
there's other fucking clips of the alien.
so you can go get Fauci. I can't do the voice.
You
that
gotta
well.
put more like ignorant hate in it.
Okay. Let me try. Can
Okay,
you teach
go.
me how to do it?
Don't say you just gotta think of whatever insane right wing conspiracy shit would come out of somebody like that.
Okay. I'll freestyle. Yeah. Oh. No, that's too Asian. There's that Asian hate crawling out of me. Oh, you can't let them have abortions. How's that? What do you mean?
What do you mean? I didn't say anything.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god. That was good, man. That was
Alright,
good.
cool.
Did you hear that helium is actually becoming more scarce
No.
as a natural gas?
We're running out of helium?
We're running out of helium, man.
God damn, how are we going to get you out of bed?
We're running out of helium because it's the far left's agenda to take away the high pitched voices so it's nothing.
You're really good at that. All right. We're going to do Am I the Asshole on Reddit. Actually, our listener sent this in.
Great.
It's not on Reddit.
Okay.
Me and my sister never really got along well. She would always bully me, and it was really impacting my mental health. And I couldn't do anything back to her because she had hit this leg injury. I thought she was just faking it, but we had this big tournament coming up, and she played the piano and I played the violin in the tournament. While we were practicing at the top of the stairs, she began to tease me again. I don't do well with that kind of stuff, so I began to cry. She laughed and teased me even more, and I just lost it. I grabbed her by the hair and I nudged her down the stairs.
Okay.
I'm in my room right now because she's pretending she's dead. She's a massive drama queen at the bottom of the stairs right now. I'm pretty sure I saw her open her eyes right after she hit the bottom. So it's pretty clear she's faking. Am I the asshole? There's so many comments debating whether or not this is real.
My first question is, you throw your sister down the stairs and she's not moving, and you go to log on to Reddit to type this whole thing out. That doesn't make sense to me.
Who else are you going to get good advice from?
I know, but you're not even going to wait till this bitch wakes up to try to ask if you were in the wrong?
If she wakes up. That's
I
insane.
think she opened her eyes. She twitched a little. There's no way she's dead. Am I being a bitch or no?
I
What?
think she's faking it. She's been down there for 2 hours and there's flies buzzing.
her body's cold, but I think that she's just being dramatic.
Yeah, I think
Where are the parents? She hit the bottom of the stairs. You don't think your parents would hear them falling down the stairs?
there's no shot they would stay home while they practice playing violin and piano. Like, oh, here they go.
Also,
again.
she said tournament, right?
Yeah,
Is
they're-
that what you read?
Yeah.
It's not what a tournament for piano versus violin.
No, I think it's like orchestra versus orchestra. Like you play different. It's what was written.
I
don't
know
fucking
it doesn't seem
Not adding up.
right. She sounds like a nigga that doesn't play piano and doesn't have a sister with a bad leg. She didn't even go into the injury with the bad leg. What the fuck
Yeah.
does having a bad leg have to do with playing piano? She's all over the map.
So the
I
thing
think
is,
she is the sister that got thrown down the stairs. She's in an alternate reality in her head.
I'm gonna piece it together for you. So he said the part about the injured leg because he already
Is this a dude?
acknowledging-
I thought it was two sisters.
No, it's his. This is the brother.
So a dude threw his sister down the stairs.
Yes.
And he started crying because his sister made fun of him.
Right.
Get this nigga off the map, bro. Get him out.
I just think he was saying that because she was already an established drama queen, leg injury. She's milking it, he thought. And now she's faking being down at the bottom of the stairs for a few hours. I think
For
she's
a few hours.
I think
you
she's
know
a
the
fake.
dedication to sit there. You can't even check your phone just with your eyes closed, pretend to be dead.
Have you ever done that to your sibling?
I pretend to be dead in the pool.
Really?
Yeah, like to float up. That.
Bro, I pretended to eat something when I was younger, and I pretended to be dead for a straight up half an hour. My sister started crying, and then I gave up on the joke. She put her
Half
hand
an
right
hour
here.
is
Yeah.
a long time to.
That was in middle school where
You know, so kids would do that in juvie. My mom used to work at juvenile detention. Yeah, put those little prisoners to work.
if I was in juvie during that time,
You would have been locked up. You should be locked up now.
I'd have an overdose on lactate.
You
But
should.
continue.
Your crime was having not as many parents as you should.
That's my crime.
So at juvie, kids would fake being passed out,
Mm-hmm.
and then you just do a simple test to see. Is you put their arm, like if they're laying on the ground, pretend to be limp. You put their arm above their face, and you drop it. And if it doesn't land on their face, then they're awake. If it hits their face, then they're actually unconscious.
That's a good one.
You're gonna avoid getting hit in the face.
Yeah,
It makes sense.
that's a good one.
But that story's fake. You're not the asshole, but you're a bitch for crying, for getting made fun of when your sister has a bad leg.
But isn't he more manly since
He's got his sister's got one little leg, one regular leg, and you're not roasting the shit out of her.
Isn't
You're
he
sitting
more
there
manly
playing
for
piano with
pushing her
tears in your
down, though?
eyes.
Oh.
No. He cried. He angry cried at his sister because he got bullied. Boo.
Like and subscribe.
Drown that nigga. Kill him.
It's been an unpleasant
It's
one.
been unpleasant. Thanks so much,
Happy birthday,
guys.
brother.
Happy birthday to me. If you don't like and subscribe, I don't know what to tell you, man. Kick rocks.